Okay, so E3 is officially done, as far as I think. At least E3 that I care about, Nintendo, Bethesda, Microsoft, and Sony wasn't at E3 even though they released trailers because they're little sour pusses. But anyways, wow, this has seriously been one of the best E3s ever. I'm not even exaggerating. Um, the amount of hype I have for Xbox, the amount of hype I have for Nintendo, and then the amount of hype fans have in general. I never played Final Fantasy VII, so I'm not excited for the remake, but the remake getting a release date, that's awesome. I'm not a fan of Dragon Quest, but the Dragon Quest hero being in Smash Brothers, that's awesome. I kind of cared about Banjo-Kazooie. I kind of thought he'd be in there. I thought he'd be announced at the Microsoft thing. For whatever reason, I don't know. I just thought that would be cool. So I don't think Master Chief's going to get in because of Banjo. But I really hope. I really, really hope. Who's the, I hope Waluigi. That is who I want the most. Smash Bros. Ultimate, I want it to have Waluigi as a playable character. That's all I want. Because if it has Waluigi, the memes, the jokes, they're dead. If it has Waluigi, and Master Chief, and Gino, and Sora, if it had those four characters, or at least one of them, the memes can stop. The jokes can stop that have been going on since Brawl. They can stop. But the Direct in itself was great. Just game after game after game being announced. And it just built up so much hype. From the Dragon Quest hero, what was next? Luigi's Mansion 3. Luigi's Mansion 3, I played the first one on the GameCube when I was a little kid. And, whatever. But I hear it's really good. I should probably go back and play it. But the animation, the art style, it looks incredible. It looks like you're playing a Pixar game. It is absolutely ridiculous how great that looks. The weird Netflix tie-in Dark Crystal game. Weird that they announced that at E3. It's weird. I don't think many people were talking about that. I love Dark Crystal. I love that movie. And the Netflix series and everything, but I was like, that's weird. It is. It's weird. But Link's Awakening remake, that looks so fucking good. It looks so good. I cannot wait to play that. And then the Breath of the Wild 2, which is what it's being called now. Oh my god, it looks so good. Yeah, I mean, graphically, obviously, it's the same, but oh god, those graphics are so good. The story is already intriguing. My only issue is they're building up. It's scarier than Majora's Mask, and I'm like, stop that. When you say that, it comes across as forced. To me, it does. Majora's Mask, the trailers and announcements and everything, no one at Nintendo was like, this is the scariest Zelda yet. But the creepiness factor of it added to its charm and made a fan base around it. And now saying, oh, the new one's scary, like that, even scarier. It's like, stop. Just let the game live. Don't say it's scary. If fans find it creepy and find creepy things, it naturally becomes popular. But trying to force it, I don't know if my point's coming across, but I don't like that aspect. Like when Nintendo's like, this is the hardest Zelda ever, or Capcom's like, this is the scariest Resident Evil. This is, like Bethesda being like, this is the largest open world game of all time. It makes a comparison that doesn't need to be made by the company. It needs to be made by the fans. But whatever. Still, Breath of the Wild 2, I'm excited for that. I love Breath of the Wild. I'm not a fan of the Mana series, but the graphics look incredible in Trials of Mana. I may give it a shot. I'm definitely going to be picking up The Witcher because I've wanted to play that. No More Heroes 3. Again, I'm not a fan of. I've never played No More Heroes, but, you know. And Fire Emblem, I love Fire Emblem, but I've never beaten a Fire Emblem game, if that makes sense. I've never beaten a Fire Emblem. I got really far on Fates. I got really far on the first game on Virtual Console. I don't know what it is, but just some RPGs, like, you just get halfway through and you're just, that's kind of how I am with Final Fantasy V right now. I'm, like, at the stage of the RPG where I'm like, ugh, I didn't really ever get that with Persona series. I guess it only happens to series and games, and I'm like, this is really long, but I'm not into it. Obviously, I think the weakest part of the Direct was Resident Evil 5 and 6. I wish they were like Resident Evil 2 Remake. That would have got me hyped. But Resident Evil 5 and 6, shit game, and then an even shittier game. I beat 5. I couldn't beat 6 because of how bad it was. God. Astral Chain, again, looks great. Daemon Ex Machina, or I think is how you call it. Awesome. A new Contra game. Are you kidding me? Panzer Dragoon. I was hoping it'd be the RPG. I think that there's an RPG in that series. I think that's Panzer Dragoon Saga. More Sword and Shield, which just gets me hyped and hyped and hyped. Everyone's bitching about the national decks. While it kind of makes me sad, they can obviously remedy that in an update. But there are over 1,000 Pokemon, and porting them all to a new... It's not like the 3DS games where they're all very similar and you could get away with porting the same animation, the same coding, and you could do it a little bit faster. This is a whole new game, whole new series, a whole new system, whole new everything. We've had the national deck since what? Game Boy? Was it Game Boy Advance or something? It's crazy. Fans, stop being assholes. Yes, it sucks, but you'll live through it, There's people crying like, oh, but my Pokemon got me through bullying. It's like, great. No, it didn't. You played Pokemon as an escape. Great. Awesome. Replay the old games. You don't need that. You don't have an actual bond with that piece of programming. That's a whole nother discussion, a whole nother video that I will not be doing because it's just irritating. Fans are annoying. I love Pokemon. I love trading Pokemon. I love battling Pokemon. I love the series. I've been playing since I was a kid. But fucking shit, I get why they aren't doing that. So the game can actually come out and they're not spending 15 years porting old Pokemon. They want to work on new Pokemon. They want to do new things. It's okay to be new, guys. It's okay. Let me see. I'm just scrolling through the Direct itself. Sword and Shield, Astral Chain. What is this? The weird, Payday game? The weird Mafia game or whatever. I was like, Marvel, blah, blah. Blah. Cool little indie game, it's November. Oh, a new Mario and Sonic Olympic game. Who saw that coming? But the biggest thing is Animal Crossing Horizons. That looks awesome. You're actually building your town. From the looks of it, you build your own town, you craft your own stuff. It's going to be a very new Animal Crossing game. And while I like the classic formula, I can see how just adding a little bit to the gameplay doesn't freshen it up. This is a whole new direction somewhat with it. You know, you're on an island. Like City Folk. I love City Folk. And going to the city isn't that big of a deal, you know? That was just a small change. But the core formula is still fun, you know? Animal Crossing is always going to be fun, but you can only do so much of the same year after year, you know, before you get tired and burn out. I would have liked City Folk even more if you had the option to live in the city. That would have been fun. You know, like you have a house in the city, and then you have a house in the countryside, and, you know, I think that would have been fun. From the looks of it, I haven't played New Leaf, but I don't know what it added. But people love that game to death. I love Animal Crossing. Just playing City Folk. God, I played that game for like a whole summer. Every day I just played it. Ugh, I love City Folk. But I'm excited for New Horizons. It looks great. Graphically, it looks great. The crafting looks awesome. It just looks so much good. It looks so good. 2020, and people were bitching about that. They're bitching about them. God, I hate Nintendo fans, but I love them at the same time. It's like there's ones that just want to bitch because they don't get shit right now. And I get it, you waited, but it's only a year. It's only a year. Yeah, great. 7 years since New Leaf. Cool. But you're only waiting less than a year for the new game. It's announced at E3. Anyone who's like, God, it just infuriates me that for some reason people are so entitled that they think at E3 they're like, available next month. No, shit doesn't happen like that at E3. E3 gets you hyped for the next year of games, you know? Ugh, whatever. You know, Spyro, saw that coming. Ni no Kuni, I am so excited for that. I've been wanting to play that series. I've heard nothing but love for it. It looks incredible. It looks incredible on the PS3, and I can't wait to play that series. I really can't. It looks so good. Minecraft Dungeons, who gives a fuck? The Sinking City, that looks interesting, to say the least. Wolfenstein, cool, you know. Alien Isolation, now that is going to be awesome. I cannot wait for that. I love the Alien franchise. The movies and the games, I've been wanting to get into the good games for a while. I just haven't. I don't know why. But they look great. I think it's Crystal Chronicles remake, maybe? I don't know, but whatever. Crystal Chronicles something, you know. Mario Maker 2, of course. And then, you know, they announced Banjo. And then I think that was the last thing in the Direct. Yes. Oh, the last thing in the Direct was Breath of the Wild 2. I really do think Nintendo won. I really do. I mean, I'm excited for the Xbox new console. I'm excited for Halo Infinite. That's it from that Direct. I'm excited for Ghostwire Tokyo. I'm excited for that, but there's no release date on it. But I'm excited for that. That looks awesome. And you know, Bethesda, that was the thing I liked in it. Microsoft Halo Infinite and the new Xbox, that has me excited as fuck. But Nintendo has me excited for so many different series. It's ridiculous how excited I am for them. And I just can't wait. I cannot wait to play these games. The ones coming out this year, the ones coming out next year. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait. Nintendo won E3. Sony didn't show up, even though they released, I think, Final Fantasy VII footage trailer. I think Sony did that, which is great for those fans, but not for me. I haven't played Final Fantasy VII. I actually don't even own Final Fantasy VII. I have I'm in the middle of 5. I'm gonna go to 6. Then I might play Chrono Trigger, and then I think I'm gonna do 9. I've heard nothing but love for 9, but a lot of people that love 9 said they played 6 and 5 and the old classic, because it's like a homage to the older fantasy versus the science fiction Final Fantasies. But I am excited for the potential of the Switch. I mean, my predictions weren't really correct. I predicted it was going to be very basic. I had no idea about... I knew Animal Crossing, I knew it was going to be there. Mario Maker, Luigi's I said everything that had already been announced was going to be shown more, and that was true. And I said I could really see Banjo, which I didn't see the Dragon Quest Hero at all. I didn't predict that. I predicted Banjo because there's like, man, Phil Spencer, like last year or 2 years ago, like, I would love to see Banjo in Smash Brothers. He said that, and Nintendo and Microsoft recently have been really working together, which I love. I love that the competitiveness is gone and it's just you working together. Working together makes the video game industry better, and ideas merge and get better, and gameplay and everything gets better once it's cross-platform, and just working together is always going to be better than competitiveness, and I'm glad competitiveness is starting to die out by these major companies, and they're starting to work together, because that just helps the consumer even more. But this E3 was seriously one of the best in years. Last year, the E3 where they announced the Switch, or not, I wasn't even at E3. They announced the Switch in like some presentation. That was awesome. That was awesome. I remember waking up early in the morning to catch that shit before school, and that was awesome. I went and pre-ordered a Switch even though I didn't have the money for it that day. After school, I had my mom drive me. And then that E3, they were like, and the Switch is coming out with Mario Odyssey next in December or something. Excuse me. But past E3s were really good. I remember the saddest E3 was the one where Iwata apologized. I think it was the E3 that they really only announced. They announced the Animal Crossing party game, which flopped. I think Mario Party 10, and then also Lucas, Mother 1. They announced Mother 1, and they announced Kirby, the new Touch Kirby, Rainbow Curse Kirby game. And everyone bitched at him, and then Iwata passed away like a couple months later. It's really sad. But the next E3, they really made up for it. And the E3 after that, it was all Switch stuff. But, a new Dragon Quest! I completely forgot the new Dragon Quest is coming on the Switch as well. God! Jesus! I really might try to jump into the Dragon Quest series before. I kind of was looking at 8 on the PlayStation 2 on eBay. Add that in the backlog of my other 50. God! My other 50 RPGs that I'm in the middle of, or, Rogue Galaxy, fucking Lost Odyssey, games I'm gonna get to, I promise. But yeah, this E3 was really good. I'm really excited for Microsoft and Bethesda's and Nintendo. They all blew me away this year. Whether it was like one game that was just like, I need that game in my life now, like Ghostwire and Halo Infinite, or a new system like in Xbox's case. Cyberpunk really hasn't done anything for me. People are saying Cyberpunk's incredible. The gameplay demos that they've played, blown them away. But, I won't know till I see more footage of the game, and I've not played a demo of it. I don't think there's any demos allowed, like footage allowed online. I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope that game's awesome. The world looks cool in that game. But in terms of, I think Nintendo won with just the amount of games they announced and the amount of games they have coming out soon. And Microsoft was great with their new system announcement, with their Halo Infinite footage shown, which is going to be on the new system. And Bethesda, you know, Ghostwire Tokyo, that looks so interesting. Like, seriously, watching it, I was like, wow, this looks like a cool universe, you know, and it's horror action, which I'm excited for. And Ikumi is the disciple of Shinji Mikami, and she helped with The Evil Within. I think she was a creative assistant director or something. She worked with The Evil Within, which that franchise looks awesome. I haven't played any of it, but it is like the true sequel to the Resident Evil franchise after 4. Technically after like Code Veronica and stuff, where it was still, or 0, where it was still survival horror. But I can't wait for that game. Ugh. Just a lot of love for a lot of franchises that I'm not even a fan of, but I'm just hyped for the fans of those franchises, you know? This E3 was incredible. I really love this E3. Thank you for watching. I think my next video I will do will be a review of Erased, the anime. Been needing to do that for months. Actually a year at this point. Actually 2 years maybe. Whatever. Look forward to that, and thank you.